When the guns fell silent in northern Uganda after decades of the LRA insurgency 20 years ago, a new fight emerged. A fight against poverty that plagued the region as a result of insecurity and trauma, leaving behind a broken down social and economic fabric that once defined this region's livelihoods.
If you follow the war, the history of northern Uganda, 20 years, maybe we're now counting 30 years down the road, the effect of war is not easy to deal with. But with the systems introduced in the local governments through the DINU programs, there is now collection of taxes through phones, maybe call it e-revenue collection. And for many district local governments, the revenue has increased. Solar goes deeper into the villages and it is more accessible to the youth in the villages.
To bring the region up to speed and on the road to recovery, the government has over the years initiated several programs, with one of the recent being Development Initiative for Northern Uganda, also known as DINU. DINU's mission is to consolidate stability, eradicate poverty and undernutrition, and foster sustainable socio-economic development. All these efforts are supported by the European Union and supervised by the Office of the Prime Minister across three key sectors: infrastructure, that includes transport, logistics, water and energy, food security, nutrition and livelihoods, and good governance.
Now the DINU program is approaching its end. I'm really happy to see all the achievements made and lives improved across northern Uganda. DINU reached far, and DINU reached many across all of northern Uganda, from West Nile to Acholi and Lango and Teso and Karamoja. This is thanks to the dedication and willingness of all partners involved, including the government, local authorities, implementing partners, and of course the people of northern Uganda.
The Office of the Prime Minister established committees at various levels, at the national level and district level, to ensure that they coordinate, monitor the activities that have been approved under the DINU project, to ensure that they are effectively implemented.
For the last 6 years, there has been tremendous progress on its objectives, which include increase food security, improve maternal and child nutrition, enhance household incomes and empower women. 2. Boost trade of commodities regionally and internationally through improved transport infrastructure. And 3. Strengthen governance structures, promote gender-responsive governance and empower communities for enhanced local service delivery.
The collaboration between the stakeholders that implemented DINU was robust, it was dynamic, it involved several key stakeholders. We like to call it a multi-stakeholder, multi-sectoral program. The district local governments had a very big responsibility. Their main role was to monitor these partners on the ground.
In order to boost trade of commodities regionally and internationally, the program undertook key projects targeting logistical networks, facilitation of efficient transport, and address critical water and energy requirements. The Gulu Logistics Hub, a comprehensive facility aimed at facilitating the seamless movement of goods and services spanning 27 acres, this expansive logistics hub is designed to invigorate business and trade both within the region and with neighboring countries. The primary objective of the hub is to serve as a centralized facility for goods destined for neighboring nations such as South Sudan, the Democratic Republic of Congo and Kenya.
We are going to see an improvement in market linkages because we are not very far from Sudan, from Congo, so we can actually be able to create a very good market linkages between the two countries.
Offering a myriad of services including tax payment, maintenance and repair, customs inspections and banking, the hub is anticipated to handle around 20,000 containers in the initial phase.
When it starts operating, I believe it would boost our revenue, and that would help us to really meet the needs of the local government.
In Lamour, 25 villages are basking in joy for the first time. They are enjoying the benefits of power. In June 2022, the government of Uganda, under the Development Initiative for Northern Uganda, commissioned solar mini-grids. These grids have combined capacity of 1 megawatt that can supply 12,200 people through grid like clean energy electricity service. Today, villages and town centers are lit with lights and nightlife visible as young people power gadgets to earn a living.
Nowadays, we are okay now with the power, and very many things we are affording here now because of power that we are having now. And people are becoming rich, as I say, because the youth nowadays, they have welding machines, others are saving hairs, others are doing many things. A lot of businesses are running now through this power. So we are okay with power now.
I want to thank the government so much for what they have done to our community, for bringing us this light. Because by the time we were not having this light, it was not easy for us students to read our book. Because every time we usually used to stay in dark place. And now this light is helping us to read our book during night after schooling.
In homes, people are now more up-to-date for the first time as they are able to watch TV.
Before government brought us light, we were in darkness. But nowadays government has brought us with light, and we are so happy. We are watching news from outside country and in our country.
This once impassable road is now first-class bitumen road, runs from Atiak at the junction of Gulu-Atiak-Nimule Highway, traversing through Zaipi and Pakele trading centers, and ends up at the docking site on Albert Nile. Upgrading of this 65-kilometer road by the government commenced in March 2020 with a 16.3 billion shillings fund from European Union.
The Atiak-Ajumani road, this has been a very, very bad road, especially when it rained. You would see many vehicles stuck, and yet it is a road which linked us to South Sudan and West Nile. But because of the status, then there was a lot of transport difficulties. Large trucks would be there on that road for days and weeks because of the bad status. Us who move in small vehicles between Gulu and Ajumani would take 3 hours. Now I take 1 hour.
The road has already brought significant relief to the region. Transportation of goods and services within this region, as well as to neighboring Democratic Republic of Congo and South Sudan, is now much easier.
The road is now good. You just move. You don't feel now like you are struggling to reach Ajumani. I mean, from Atiak to Ajumani, it is now an easy movement.
I thank government because right now they have made for us a new road, but long time ago we suffer a lot. If you are going to buy your goods, at times you'll get stuck, you sleep on the way.
We used to have some difficulties in moving our agricultural items to big markets, but now it is very easy. It is very simple. It is a matter of a day.
Over the years, the 5,000 residents in Adibo and Arafa sub-counties in Yumbe district relied exclusively on 4 water boreholes. Even then, these few boreholes were far away and residents had to trek for hours to access them. The majority of individuals turned to wells with unclean water, which frequently served as makeshift laundry areas. Today, water stress and scarcity is a story in the past.
The key project components, one, we had the source works, where we have the water resource. We drilled a production borehole, which yields 18 cubic meters per hour. And we put a submersible pump into that borehole. We put solar energy. We also put a standby generator in case we have reduced sunshine hours, so that we can continuously pump water for the community.
From here, the water is pumped to a strategic location 8 kilometers away in Araf. It is from this reservoir that it is distributed to standpipes across the villages and homes.
Now, because the water came and they're tapping water within their homesteads, that means the time you would spend, if you would spend like 30 to 45 minutes to go and fetch water in 5 kilometers, this has reduced to 20, let's say 5 minutes or 10.
To enhance the capabilities of young individuals, the initiative enrolled and connected 13,000 youths with more than 8 technical vocational education training institutes. The DINU Youth Skilling Program focused on equipping young people with expertise in poultry production, tree planting and nursery management and vegetable production. The youth have since moved on after graduating with startup kits.
I'm self-employed because I can get money, I can buy like my clothes, I can do a lot of things.
We also gave them value addition skills. Once they are produced, they have to add value so that when they take their products in the market, they get more earning than ordinarily selling them as produce.
I can have my own pigs, and after I slaughter them, after slaughtering, I can roast them and I sell them at a good price.
On the other side of the Nile in Zombo, the DINU program mobilized and provided training to farmers in improved agriculture practices. Nowadays, farmers no longer plant Irish potatoes haphazardly. They have gained an understanding of the importance of proper spacing during planting. It is these basic skills that have enabled them to achieve abundant harvests.
At the moment, production has improved due to the knowledge we got from DINU. At least people are using technology, new technology of production.
DINU not only guided farmers to achieve impressive yields, but also supplied machines for value addition. Abaje Zulume United Farmers Cooperative in Kona Angwen Atuma is now making and selling crisps in this sub-region.
If a farmer sells Irish as a raw product in a sack here goes for about 43,000, 45. But when a value is added to that sack of Irish potatoes, you'll find that from a sack, you're able to earn about 300,000.
In the serene expanse of acacia trees, bee farmers often found themselves with an abundance of honey. Today, the district produces pure honey following the establishment of the Honey Processing Center by DINU and the installation of a processing machine at Amudat district headquarters.
Without DINU, we will have not known the other valuable things we can get from bees. We will have not known how to handle our honey to meet the international markets.
The DINU program also educated farmers on the importance of saving. In Media village Alero in Ube district, farmers regularly gather to save collectively. It is from these savings that farmers borrow to expand their enterprises. Additionally, in Lamo, oilseed farmers were introduced to digital solutions and financial literacy. They have transitioned from recording their details in books to using the Mobiz app on digital smartphones.
When the program for the DINU came, it has motivated them to raise their savings.
Following farmer training on enhanced food production and post-harvest handling, DINU found it appropriate to establish bulking centers such as the one in Oyam. At this center, members of the Notebe Commercial Farmers Cooperative receive continuous training in best practices through demonstration gardens where valuable tips are passed on.
We used to go to the shops to buy seeds individually. But now, with this intervention, farmers having brought their produce together, or when they want to go out to procure seeds, when they go out together, there's always a bargaining power and a marketing power within the farmers.
In the Far East, specifically in Okoboy, Kapelabyong, grain farmers expressed their joy for the DINU gift. The bulking center in this area was renovated by the program. Arukundo Mary is no longer worried about her produce going to waste.
The store has done us many things, particularly in terms of prices, because when the farmers all bring their things in the store, they gather and we can look for the good prices.
Livestock farmers in Amuria district used to sell their animals under tree sheds with limited facilities. Now, thanks to DINU's support and the construction of a livestock market, farmers have a well-built enclosure that provides them with enhanced interactions with buyers.
I have been to other cattle markets in Teso, and there really is no uniform measure of determining value. You just bargain and you are on your own. The market is just like a place where people go to sell. But when you go to the Amuria market, because of the way DINU has constructed it and put everything in their compartments, it is now very easy for people to agree that this will be the price of livestock today.
Since this market started, it has improved our lives. So the selling of the animals is also going off. If you compare with those years behind, there were very few people who were coming in the market.
We can now do proper disease surveillance in every market day.
It has helped us generate revenue in a way that even by last year, the reserve price for this market was 2.9 million, realizing a lot of revenue from the livestock part of the market. And it is what informed the reserve price that we are having now for this market, which is at 3 million.
In an effort to bolster the capacity of gender-responsive governance, the rule of law and the empowerment of communities for enhanced local service delivery, DINU enhanced community involvement and governance structures. One of the initiatives involved holding barazas where residents were encouraged to express their opinions.
The barazas have built the confidence in the people that they can now report on what they see on the ground. So many cases of mismanagement of public funds have come up. We have been able to bring so many leaders of PDCs on our table, and in extreme cases we have even arrested them.
The DINU program swiftly took action to contribute to peace in Karamoja by constructing police posts in Amudat, Abim, Kalenga, Kotido, Moroto, Nakaperipit and Napak.
We have so far 63 staff housing units and the 7 police stations. On top of the 7 that we had under KIDPP, plus what was existing. So we are already there. That is one benefit. 2, it has also upped the morale of our personnel to work. Because Karamoja now is no longer that hard to stay and hard to reach.
In Alakas, a border post with Kenya, DINU has erected a modern police post equipped with running water, solar power, accommodation for police officers and detention facilities, complete with toilets.
Alakas is just at the border and aware of the challenges related to securities. There was need to have police to maintain law and order.
Continuing its commitment to good governance, in 2020, DINU introduced the District Integrated Revenue Administrative System. In the inaugural year of implementing this system in Zombo, revenue collections surged from 191 to 890 million shillings. Currently, the system aids the district to collect revenue worth 1 billion Ugandan shillings.
This revenue has enabled us to perform our roles as a district in a better way. It has also assisted us in planning on what to do and also solving the urgent issues affecting us.
Northern Uganda's journey from post-conflict challenges to economic empowerment and stability exemplifies the resilience and commitment of the people and the collaborative efforts of the government of Uganda and international partners.
I really want to thank the development partners, the EU countries, which have supported the development process in northern Uganda. I want to say this should not be the end.
EU support does not end with the DINU program. The EU continues to support the Ugandan people nationwide, including in northern Uganda.
I would like to thank our partners, including European Union. I would like to thank the Ministry of Finance, the district local governments, and the DINU Project Management Unit for work well done.